Episode 658.
Catch them and bring them back to me.
Jin Shang yelled in frustration, and her 9 party members quickly gave chase again. Jin Shang had already entered a state of berserk rage. She screamed into the guild channel, calling all her friends to arms. What had started as a guild matter of official business had been dragged into personal vendetta territory by Jin Shang. Shen Yehui watched it all unfold, but he didn't stop it. In fact, he was secretly pleased. This was actually a very important reason why someone like Jin Shang could become a core member. Although the club guild operated like a legitimate company, the vast majority of its players weren't actual employees. They gathered under the guild's banner out of love for the team, support for the squad, and admiration for their favorite players. Doing things for the guild was their way of supporting the team, which was why so many players were happy to pitch in. The club relied on that very principle to gather a large pool of willing workers. So, while the club guild had a stricter structure, for the vast majority of its members, the guild leader couldn't just lay down the law and expect blind obedience. After all, players were here to play the game first and support the team second. The guild leader didn't really mean much to them. So for these fan players, the guild still had to treat them like gods, calling on them for help only when absolutely necessary, and never daring to issue any real orders that might rub them the wrong way. As for players like Jin Shang, sure, some people couldn't stand her, but plenty of others were more than happy to hang around her. Someone like her, right now, can rally a lot of players just through her personal connections. A club guild really needs players who can rally the troops like that. Jin Shang had gathered these people based on personal connections, but Chen Yehui didn't mind at all, because the people Jin Shang brought in would mostly listen to her, and Jin Shang herself answered to Chen Yehui. Once you reached core member status, you weren't just an ordinary player anymore. You'd entered the professional ranks. The club wasn't just having them work for nothing. With a stake in the game, they were easier to manage and reason with.
What's wrong, Jin Shang?
At a time like this, Chen Yehui not only didn't stop him, but even sent a message to ask, just to boost the employees' enthusiasm, you know.
My armor breaker cannon got blown up.
Jin Shang was absolutely livid. Even Chen Yehui felt a pang of heartache when he heard that news. Orange gear like that, even their big guild couldn't just pull it out of thin air.
Strike while they're still here. Get that drop back.
Chen Yehui took the chance to cheer Jin Shang on. This wasn't just lip service. He genuinely hoped she could get that weapon back. Core members were also the main force in dungeons, boss kills, and many other activities. The disarm cannon played a major role, even though the Jia dynasty had many launchers, and Jin Shang wasn't the only one with it. Losing one still meant losing a portion of their firepower.
I know.
Jin Shang said, adding an angry emoji for good measure. On the guild channel, Jin Shang's shout drew a crowd asking what was wrong with Sister Jin Shang. Ever since Jin Shang was promoted to core member, she automatically became Sister Jin Shang. As soon as word spread that their gear had been looted, Jin Shang's supporters in the guild rallied in force, clamoring to go get revenge. Chen Yehui kept quiet, leaving Jin Shang to handle the crowd.
Ran off again. What's going on?
The news Tiananshan received was that Lord Grimm and his partner had shown up again and slipped away once more.
I heard you had a full squad of 10, and you still couldn't stop them?
Tianyi Sing asked Chen Yehui, a hint of suspicion creeping into his voice. Was Chen Yehui deliberately holding back to avoid losses? This time, it wasn't just 3 people. This time, there was a full party. No one doubted Lord Grimm's skill, but his level 52 character just didn't have the damage output. 10 players clinging to him could still buy some time. And once again, they came up empty. Nothing left to do but keep chasing. Chasing like this has everyone losing hope. It's not the first time Lord Grimm has vanished into thin air.
What do you mean by that?
Shen Yehui had just lost an orange weapon, and he wasn't happy about it.
10 people, and we still couldn't stop him? There's no way to kill him now. Most teams split into groups of 5, 3, or even fewer. doesn't that mean they have even less of a chance?
Tiananxing said.
No one expected a single squad to take down the target. We just needed to widen the control zone, lock onto the target, and then close in from all sides.
Then surround them.
Surround? Who isn't surrounded?
Tiananxing paused. This one seemed to have a hidden meaning in his words as well. Had they already noticed that the Grass Hall's actions were deliberately slow? The two of them were still trading veiled barbs when word came from the front again. The man had vanished.
Damn it.
It was only then that Chun Yilo, who had been silent the whole time, finally let out a roar.
So, happy with the disarm hand cannon?
Meanwhile, Yi Shu was running while asking Chen Guo beside him.
Not bad at all.
Chen Guo nodded vigorously. New gear was obviously great, and since she'd managed to loot this weapon off Jin Chang's mood must have been pretty great too. A weapon like this? If he'd stayed with the Jia dynasty, who knows how long it'd take to get his hands on one. Chen Guo thought to herself.
There's a hair tie too, right? Though that Jinshang wasn't wearing a hair tie, from what I saw.
Hers? I don't want it.
Chen Guo found it distasteful. The gear on her hands affected her image more than the weapon she held, and female players cared deeply about that. Chen Guo chose the hair tie to match her real-life look, of course. Jin Shang, on the other hand, wore a cute little hair clip. Chen Guo couldn't stand it. No matter how good the stats were, she'd never wear something like that. That's just how female players are.
Anyone got a hair tie?
And so Yi Shu asked.
All right. This weapon alone is more than enough.
Chen Guo said, and it was the truth. Orange tier weapons were exponentially harder to drop than purple tier ones, let alone finding one that actually suited you. Most people would be thrilled just to get an orange weapon, even if it didn't suit them at all.
You should go leveling.
Chen Guo reminded Ye Shu.
It's fine. A day is something I can afford to lose.
Yi Shu, however, seemed far from satisfied, and in the game, Deception beside him was also getting into the kill.
What's next? Which way?